This is a short documentary about Yarrow at Broadstairs, a wonderful building and a very interesting person who first built it. The Yarrow home was built as a children's convalescent home in 1895 by Sir Alfred Yarrow, originally overlooking the sea, which is now obscured by what is now Thanet College. I decided to do this documentary because within the next 6 or so years the whole site is intended to be cleared. Fortunately, they are going to leave the original Yarrow building because of its history and because of the wonderful architecture. But this documentary will show you around the building and some of the grounds. Alfred Ferdinand Yarrow was born in London in 1842. His mother Jewish, his father a Christian. His father was not a very successful businessman. At the age of 15 and a half, Alfred was apprenticed with Ravenhills, the very famous marine engineers. Later, he developed his own shipyard. In the First World War, Yarrow shipyard built 29 destroyers and many other vessels, and by 1965 Yarrows had built 1,266 ships, 75 of which were destroyers. You can see all the metal work staircasing around the side of the building. All of this was actually produced in the same shipyards and with the same metal that all the destroyers were actually made from, and actually built by the same workmen. I'm taking this shot from actually on top of that stairway. As you can see now, all the metalwork's very rusty and is now strictly out of bounds. But I've risked life and limbs to get up here and take this shot. You can actually see in the distance, over the top of what is now Thanet College, the sea. So the sea view is still there, just waiting for the buildings to be demolished so you can actually see it. And this is looking along the front of the building and all the metal stairway that goes all around the building. Here you see the very impressive front porch to Yarrow and the whole of the front of the building. As the sun goes down, the animals come out. Here you can see a little grey squirrel amusing itself in the grass. We have some more interesting buildings. This is what they call Walpole, present used as a classroom with a little kindergarten in the back, and also a residential portion which does not appear to be used very much except for offices, where originally tutors would have stayed, but they don't actually now, except on very rare occasions. A little bit dilapidated, and you see it joins directly onto Yarrow, and it has a rather interesting little walkway that connects the two buildings together. This is a pigeon's haven. You have to watch where you stand because they love to leave deposits all over the place. Just walking around the side here, so you can actually see what is like a moat that runs all the way around the base of Yarrow. Has various places where they store things, caretaker's hut, storage facilities. There you see the interesting walkway that connects Yarrow over to the residential part, presumably so that the tutors, when they went to work in the morning, wouldn't get wet. Typical. Lovely old staircase, which I wouldn't like to use now to get up to that door. Pigeons in residence. He's quite happy, as long as you don't stand underneath him. But this moat that you can see runs all the way around, so we're quite a bit below normal ground level here. There's little staircases that take you up to the floor, and this moat, I suppose, acts as a bit of a deterrent for anybody trying to gain access to the building, which as a security guard is one of my jobs. You see, rather interesting. Boiler room down there, where which you can just hear turning itself on, which when you're doing a late night patrol can be very eerie. You suddenly get these noises happen and you think, what's that? We're actually underneath here. The porch is up here, the porch of the building. So this is like a little tunnel that goes underneath the porch at the front of the building. But, rather picturesque. It's like going back into Dickensian times. You expect to see Oliver Twist round every corner. I think some of his furniture is left behind. Not too bad in the daytime, but when you do a patrol around here at night, you make sure you've got a torch with you, because you never know who you're going to meet round the corner. Now we're back round the side now. This serves as the normal entrance where everybody comes. They don't go to the front. So if you're a teacher or whatever, teaching in Yarrow, you come around here to the side very often. And it's also very useful because it has a lift from this side. So if you're disabled, it gives you access to the building. Well, that's a brief tour of Yarrow. I won't bother with Thanet College because it's rather drab and uninteresting architecture. But hope you've enjoyed this little tour around Yarrow and some of its little quirky places. We'll leave it now to all the animals, and I'll see the start of what will be a total eclipse of the moon. Now you can see the eclipse is nearly half across the moon. Just over halfway across now. There you can see what was a full moon is vastly disappearing. Whole eclipse takes about an hour and a half, but I'm obviously showing it just in segments.